Hey, and welcome back to Crooks in a Caravan. It's been a little while since we did a video, but that's the joy of winter in WA. And so we've not been out and about much. I don't think we've been out actually since Easter, which is a bit of a scary thought. But anyway, we've escaped for a winter camping weekend down at Potters Gorge, right by Wellington Dam. And we've had some sunshine, we've had some rain, but the good thing is that we have got a fire going and about to cook tonight on the campfire. So we'll show you a bit of that and come along for the journey. Hope you enjoy it. See ya.
This is our first morning at Potters Gorge. We had a chilly last night, sat around the campfire, did a bit of astrophotography, got a couple of good shots which I'll drop in. Today we're going to go for a bit of a hike somewhere, but in a moment we are going to walk up to the dam and see whether the cafe is open to have a coffee. Left for coffee. Despite being in the middle of winter, we are lucky that we've been blessed with some sunshine so far. It was dry yesterday after we got here, and it's dry and bright this morning. Hopefully it stays that way all day. We've had a really wet winter, so this is our first camping trip, we think, since
Easter.
It's a bit scary. We just stopped at the kiosk on the dam for a coffee. Unfortunately, they don't open till 9 o'clock, but he was there and he made us a coffee. So now we're going to go and have a look at the dam.
So we're just at the lookout now. This is where they've done that massive mural along the dam wall. It's amazing. We've seen it before and I think we've put it in a video before, but it's so impressive. And now there's a walkway. Well, I guess the walkway's always been there, but there's a walkway all across the top of the dam wall, which apparently is open and you can walk across. I think we might get lost in the mist, but we'll maybe give it a go.
Well, the dam walk means you can actually now walk across the dam.
It's damn fine.
And the one thing about winter is when it's dry and it's crisp and it's sunny, you get days like this. That is just spectacular. Or to repeat the words of my wife, it's damn fine. And down there is the mural. The other really awesome thing about this morning, it was not just the weather and having a wonderful wife, is that there's nobody else around at the moment. We've got it all to ourselves, which is pretty cool. It was definitely worth doing that walk across the dam this morning. So we're now heading back to the campground where we're gonna grab our gear and do a proper walk, which coincidentally arrives back at that kiosk on the dam. But anyway, we'll see how we go.
For our walk now, we're on the Seeker Trail. I think it's about 9.5, just under 10 kilometres, so it should take us a couple of hours. Got our picnic with us. At this rate we'll be back at the van for our picnic, but anyway, we'll see. So many walks here. So if you've not been to this area and you live in the Perth region, really encourage you to come and have a weekend or a stay at Potters Gorge and see the dam and get out and do some of the walking trails. A lot of them are shared trails with bikes. Having said that, we've encountered one bike so far, but lots and lots of different trails.
There were some mammals at the kiosk this morning as well.
If you don't know what a mammal is, it's a mature age man in lycra.
Middle-aged man in lycra.
Middle-aged man in lycra. Anyway, not always a pleasant sight.
It's so quiet. Mandy just spotted this on the tree, and you see it's a bright orange fungus. Looks like a brain. So we're about 3/4 of the way through the walk. It is beautiful, it's all through woodland, but the blue skies have given way to grey and some drizzle. It's not windy like it has been, so it's all right. Hence I'm not wearing my glasses, so I look like a potato.
An egg.
That's my daughters usually point out to me. There you go. That's maybe why it's a bit drizzly.
I feel like we could be in the clouds.
It looks like that, doesn't it?
Pace, 11 minutes, 33 seconds per kilometre.
I think this is one of the big water pipes that supplies water from the dam to
houses,
Perth.
people.
Who knows?
We'll see if we find a sign and we'll read the sign.
And
let
then
you
we'll
know.
put a comment in the bottom. For sale.
Fixer upper.
One owner. Never taken off road. We're just heading back into camp after our walk. We've done about 11 kilometres and it's taken us just over 2 hours. We haven't rushed. I stopped to take a few pictures and things, but yeah, really nice walk. And we were going to get some at the kiosk and the dam again, but we're a little bit early, so we'll have lunch and a cup of tea at the van and a bit of relax. And it does look like it's maybe brightening up. Just come to have a quick look at Honeymoon Pool. It's a tent only area, but then there's this beautiful clear swimming hole, which would be nice probably in the summer, not today. And it reminds me of like one of those places you see in Queensland with beautiful clear water.
What we got?
Beef masman curry.
Or our take on beef masman curry.
Yeah, it's not going to be entirely traditional. We've been fairly healthy recently and both lost a bit of weight. So it's going to have a lot more veggies in it than just a potato, and we're using sweet potato rather than regular potatoes. I've got pumpkin, which we'll chuck in it, and then some green beans towards the end, and then some spinach as well, just so we've like. And this is probably going to make enough for 4, so we'll be taking some of this home. So we've got some, I think it's gravy steak, gravy beef.
Gravy beef.
Which I'm just browning in the camp oven. And then we're going to chuck a load of masman curry paste in, some veggies, coconut milk, and we'll just let it cook. Probably for a couple of hours.
Curry paste has gone in now. Some chunky onion. That's the coconut milk gone in. Now I'm guessing it's probably going to simmer for quite a while until the veggies go in. Is that right?
Yep. Pop the lid on and let it do its thing.
If anything, we may have to turn the fire down.
One of the things I did mean to talk about this weekend was a couple of the new things we bought recently for the van. One being these Drifter Stockton reclining camp chairs. We had some Austrail Coolum 6 recliners or something, which are really big and heavy and bulky, where these are much lighter. They are recliners, and they fold down like your, I don't know, they call umbrella chairs and things like that. So they fold down into a nice compact bag, and they fit into the back of the car nice and easily, and that means we can take them out on day trips and stuff like that. Yeah, we got them from the Drifter Stockton store in Perth. We got the detachable headrests with ours.
And we now need the drinks holders.
Yeah, definitely need some drinks holders. So Drifter, if you're listening, we'd love some drinks holders for our chairs. I also went back and bought a baseball cap the other day, which you might have seen some of the earlier videos, which I really love as well.
And they do like an extra padded edition you can get for the chairs.
Yeah, like a big padded,
a winter, warmer sort of padded section.
Yeah,
so
keep your butt warm. And also make them extra padded and more comfortable.
You don't really need it for a comfort point of view.
No.
They're quite comfortable, but
yeah. The other thing we have had is the diesel heater installed in the Caravan. We've been kind of putting off doing that for a long time for some reason.
I think we just had this thing about we don't need it and it's diesel and surely it's going to stink. But yeah, we had it running last night and this morning.
Yeah.
Not overnight, but just when we went into the van before we went to bed.
And then
It's
again
really good.
this morning when we woke up before we got out of bed and showered and stuff.
A
Yeah,
little bit of learning in terms of settings and what have you,
Yeah.
but we're getting there.
Yeah.
So we'll perhaps give you a little bit of a video as to where it is under the bed.
yeah,
So yeah, it seems to be good, and obviously not going to use it all the time because there's times when you don't need it, but
Yep.
it's there for when you do.
Um,
And far better than the van 2 sites up running its generator.
yeah. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but anyway. And the other thing we bought is a 200 watt solar blanket from iTech World. I'll show you that. It's under the bed at the moment. We haven't needed it this weekend. I think because the fridge hasn't been running as hard because it's cool. And we have had some sunshine as well, so
Just really wanted it so that we could top up the solar when the sun's a bit limited. We'd had a situation up at 14 Mile
Yep.
last year where it was pretty overcast, but it was still really warm, and so because we've got the compressor fridge, that was obviously pulling a lot of power from the batteries, but there was no real sun to recharge the batteries. So we toyed with getting another panel on the roof, but then we thought with the solar blanket we can sort of move it around to catch the sun.
so we
where
can
need it.
reposition it. If the van's in the shade, we can hopefully position the blanket in the sun,
Just gives us another option.
and point it in the right direction and things like that. So when we do use that, we will talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, we've not been away, but we still think about camping a lot. So, and we'll
New additions, yeah.
and we'll hopefully, now we're back in the swing of it, we'll try and get a few more trips in before.
You're already talking about next weekend.
Yeah, well, maybe next weekend. Depends on the weather. Don't like the rain. Cold, bright, perfect. But yeah, don't like the rain. And then we've got our big trip in September. It was going to be November, but we moved it because of the Mandurah Caravan Camping Show, which I'll go and help out at Eternity for Caravans again. Love talking to people about the caravans, so it's an ideal situation for me. 3 days of just chatting about the Vigilantes and our experience in it. Well, curry is looking good. It's probably got about another 45 minutes to go. It's got some sweet potato and some pumpkin in it now as well. As I said, it's not your traditional Massaman curry. And then we'll chuck some green beans and spinach in it as well. Then we've just got to cook some rice. But yeah, getting hungry now. It looks pretty good and it smells amazing. I did have a sneaky taste of it and it tasted great. How's your curry, man?
Yeah, really good. Nice bit of spice, not too much.
And getting
Smoke from the
smoked.
fire.
Right, see you later, guys. I'm gonna eat mine. I'll just show you our diesel heater. It's now 7:30. We've had it on probably since about 6 this morning. Just make the van really lovely and warm. But it lives under the bed here. So over here is the diesel heater unit. It's got a duct that runs out underneath the bed, and I felt that this morning after it's been running a while, and it doesn't get hot at all. It gets slightly warm. I have put a batten in to keep some of our storage boxes from bumping into it when we're on the road. This is where we keep all our warm gear under here, plus a spare toilet canister. We've also got our iTech World 200 watt solar blanket folded up under there, still looking very new as we haven't used it. For the diesel heater, the control unit is in the one wardrobe. It's now off because we're up and dressed, so we don't need it on any longer. And on the other side of the bed, which is my side, there's a little key fob controller, so I don't even have to get out of bed to turn it on. It's been great so far. Well, I'm pretty competent at DIY and stuff, but I wasn't happy to start cutting holes in our lovely van to install the heater, so we had it done professionally, but a lot of people do it DIY, and there are lots of YouTube videos on how to do them. But yeah, we got ours installed and glad we did. Potters Gorge campsite is run by Deepor. You have to book online prior to coming here. There's not much signal when you're here. Has some long drops throughout the campground, and they're all pretty well maintained. There are also some camp kitchens around with picnic tables and gas barbecues. They've all got some information on them.
So just been to get our coffees again from the kiosk on the dam, and chatting to the guy there. They took over that cafe in about February, I think he said, and they've been doing some renovations, and they're waiting on the government to actually build a whole new kiosk and cafe there, and they'll then run that and turn the current one into a bike hire place. So yeah, lots happening there, which sounds really great for the area.
Well, that's us done at Potters Gorge for the weekend. We're just finishing off packing up, and we've got one last visit to do before we head home, which is the dump point, and they've got some big rubbish bins here, so we'll drop our rubbish as well. Beautiful place to camp, especially at winter. We haven't been here in the summer. Just be aware there's no dogs because it's in National Park. Very, very limited phone reception, so there's nothing on Optus. We get maybe one blob of 3G on Telstra, but that's been actually quite nice. And you are allowed Jenny. There's some guy's got his running back there for some reason. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like our videos. Drop us a comment so we know what you think, and hopefully we'll be on the road again soon. Cheers guys, thanks a lot.